Good morning. So this is my look at the precious metals and commodities for the, as well as digital commodities for the week commencing Monday the 9th of March 2020, starting off with gold. Not much of a move here. So what we're really seeing, especially with most of these metals just running through, say for example silver, which is heading lower. We've got platinum and palladium are also looking more and more bearish, setting up to basically go and head a little bit lower. Copper as well, heading a lot lower. Basically the precious metals at this point in time are not necessarily being seen as a safe haven per se, which can be the case sometimes. This is more just to do simply with just at the moment they're just not that popular, and at the moment are not really heading anywhere in particular. So gold aside, although in principle in the longer term I'm still bullish on this, not really expecting to see much happen this week, because effectively if we go and have a look at some of the global indices, there's already a bit of fear and panic and volatility in the markets, and yet we're not really seeing much of that move come through to the precious metals at this time, and in fact most of them are actually heading lower. So not really a lot to say there, and actually with the weaker dollar one would also expect them to be pushed higher, but so just not displaying much of that there. If we then have a look at oils, so what I was going to say, sorry, with regards to the precious metals, is I may be looking for shorting opportunities on the weaker ones, which include copper, perhaps silver, possibly platinum. Whereas, for example, with gold, I'll be keeping an eye on it. More likely to look for long opportunities or just standing aside if it does decide to head lower. Then having a look at the oils, they're still quite bearish, and there were some amazing trades that actually happened last week, some fantastic breakouts on the lower time frame. So this was the most profitable trade last week actually on the 1 hour time frame. But having said that, yeah, this has fallen a lot lower. It's already overextended, so it's already due for a retracement, and we may see it head lower. I'm sort of expecting it to head lower this week, but at some point also expecting a retracement. So in other words, basically just between sort of Friday and today being Monday morning already, it's not even 10:30, the markets are aggressively moving. All right, so there's a lot of increased volatility in the markets, and for most traders who are day trading, they will either be just sitting on their hands, just not getting involved, not getting caught up in this increased volatility that's occurring at the moment, and it's happening across all the markets. We can see the currency markets are moving. We're going to see the global indices in a moment are moving quite heavily, and we can see some of the commodities are also reacting. So there's definite increased volatility, and that's usually a sign to just stay out of the market, managing any existing trades to close, and then just stepping out and letting the market decide, just calm down and settle. So also then taking into Brent crude, also you can see it's also looking quite bearish, also overextended, and at some point in the next few days looking to see the slow down a little bit and then start to retrace, ideally before the end of the week. And then finishing off with Bitcoin having gapped down. So all of this really just showing that for the most part the markets are just generally speaking bearish across almost every single asset, and that's quite interesting and hasn't happened certainly that I can think of in the last couple of years. So just finding that quite interesting. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world, it just means that there's a bit of an overreaction certainly over the weekend. All right.